So, William really doesn't care about Meghan's demands on wanting people to forget stuff or not forget stuff or whatever the heck she thinks. William, and I'm tapping into his energy right now, has had enough for a long time. To those of you who are writing comments under my videos, like, she must be paid by Meghan. First of all, I'd be a lot wealthier than this. I wouldn't just have this beautiful rose tapestry in the background. I probably would have much nicer things if celebrities were actually paying me to do videos about them because I'd be charging a pretty penny. Second of all, it was a neutral as possible because everybody's got their own opinions. That video that everybody's watching, the Meghan wanting people to forget about stuff video, the one with the same background, that was as neutral as I could do it. I'm not here to attack somebody. I'm also not here to constantly support somebody that I don't necessarily participate in the fan base of. I'm just trying to read as neutrally and directly as possible, tapping into the emotion and the point of view of the person I'm reading on. I don't know if you guys haven't watched my videos before. There's a lot of new people that have been on here lately, and I've gotten a lot of new followers lately, but just to accentuate, when I do readings, especially if it's about a celeb, I am tapping into the feeling of that person, not what I think. So if I'm getting that reading for the Meghan reading the other day, those are her feelings. That's not what I think she should do or what I think they should do. That is her feeling in the reading. Just like this reading is much more, oh, I'm done with this. I'm done with this because I'm tapping into William's energy today. And if you haven't watched my William videos before, you're in for a treat because they are quite unforgiving when I tap into William's energy. So, and the scarf, if everybody has been following the royals a long time, that whole scarf fiasco, the scarf scenario where they say he scarfed Meghan, I predicted that he was the one who had the main issue with her. Actually, not the two ladies, not Catherine and Meghan, before the press did. And you can go back in my very old videos. I'm going to have to make them public again because they go back years where I predicted that. But anyway, it was just off the energy I picked up off of him. How is William feeling about Meghan's alleged demands that she wants them to just forgive and forget? How does he really feel about that? Tell us how you really feel, William, tapping into his energy. Okay. Queen of Swords. He wants to model himself after Queen Elizabeth in handling this. Queen Elizabeth. So she is a Taurus, so she is Pentacles, but if you've watched my channel before, I'll just explain for those who don't. I read her sometimes as the Queen of Swords, not based on literal sign, but archetypally, because closed off emotionally, handles business, does what needs to be done, right? Not according to astrology signs, but just the archetypal energy of this, because you can read kings and queens in two different ways, in my opinion, when you're reading tarot. So I feel that this is him tapping into Queen Elizabeth's energy and how he feels about that. And he's like, I'm going to persevere no matter what. This could also be representing how he feels about Meghan, because Meghan is a Leo, and this is the card of Leo. And he often worries about the whole situation with her. Nine of Swords, like, it's kept him up at night with her and his brother. And he's very frustrated. Seven of Wands. Very frustrated. Or no, this is Seven of Cups. So he's looking at all the factors. I haven't used this deck in a while, and it doesn't translate the seasons over directly. Like, it doesn't say wands on it, so I have to remember what each one means. So summer is cups. So he's looking at all the factors if he were to forgive and forget and, like, forget the past. And he's like, well, there's two sides of these things. Oh, there's always two sides of these things, trying to be rational. Two of Pentacles, like balancing the two sides. But I've walked away. Eight of Cups. He has slammed the door. He has walked away. Hi, Christine. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. It's nice to see you. And he slammed the door and he's like, you know what? I'm done with this crap. I'm done with this. I'm done with her demands. And I walked away from this a long time ago. So I did look at the factors, but at the end of the day, she's wanting her wishes come true from us, the Nine of Cups. But I am in my own direction right now. Ace of Swords, cut through the BS. I'm going in my own direction right now. And I always get a similar energy. It's like very riled up whenever I read for him, because his energy, he doesn't outwardly express it all the time to her directly, but I always pick up this very riled up energy from him in reaction to her. Like, oh my gosh, her again. What's she doing again? What's going on again? Oh my gosh. And again, to clarify, I tap into the energy as if I am the person expressing the energy through the card. So this is not like the Meghan video. It's not how I feel about her. That's how she feels. Just like right now, It seems more riled up because this is how William feels. Get it? Okay. So again, looking at the two sides, balancing, weighing the options. And then he's like, I just want to have a good name for the royals. I just want to have a good name for the family. And that means going on a new beginning, turning over a new leaf. But how does that involve my brother, the Prince of Pentacles, Harry, Virgo, Pentacles, Autumn is Pentacles. How does that involve him? Well, he acted more like a Prince of Wands. He was selfish. He was impulsive. He was very spur of the moment. And though I think we could somehow have unity in some form someday, I need to focus on stability and being the future king to make my grandmother, the Empress, the Queen, proud, my late grandmother. And that involves focusing on the work I have to do, Six of Pentacles, focusing on balancing that out. And you know what? You reap what you sow, justice. You reap what you sow, justice. I have to just move forward. I have to focus on Three of Spring, Three of Wands, my future. I have to focus on the Wheel of Fortune, the next chapter. He's very much focused on what he needs to do as king. It's very much like Meghan's a side thing to him. And it's like, oh, come on, this again, like this is what I'm hearing right now. This again, this is what I have to go through again. I don't trust her. That's what I'm hearing too. The moon talks about distrust. It also could indicate William too, because he's a Cancer, the moon. But I think this is in this reading, it's more like his distrust, uncertainty, emotional reflection on the situation. And he just wants to move away from it. He kind of wants them to stay across the pond, I'm hearing, and there's water in this card. So it's like, I'm hearing, I want them to stay across the pond. I want them to stay over there across the pond. Like, you know how they're in California, but you know how like New York to London is considered across the pond, you know, the Atlantic, because it's only a 5-hour plane ride. But he's just really focused on moving forward and being victorious as the king, and this next chapter, the renewal for that, like not really focused on her desire to forgive and forget. Like, well, what does he feel about forgetting, like forgetting the past directly? I'll ask that directly. What does he feel about that in his point of view? Can't say his exact words because this is entertainment only. It's not fact. And I'm not sitting in a room listening to him talk, but just interpreting spiritually what he may be thinking or what he may be saying. What does he feel about forgetting the past with her? So he feels like, okay, well, that seems like a nice thought. That kind of change, that renewal, the Hierophant, number 5, the Hierophant, that's renewal. But I haven't let go of what happened in the past. 4 of Pentacles. I have not let go. And I feel like it's interesting because this could be Meghan and this could be him. Like he's like standing still, clutching. I'm clutching on. And I'm standing over here because I want to kind of keep away from you. I don't trust you. And it keeps me up at night. I get worried about it. Like if you were to be the two of you, you and Harry, were to be allowed to work with the family again. There's just too many factors, 7 of Cups, too many things that I don't trust about you. 2 of Swords, I feel stuck because my father wants me to let them back in the family. I'm hearing Charles wants William to agree with him. Like Charles wants this, William doesn't. And William's like, I feel stuck, like duty to my father, but I don't want this. Like, I don't want this. I just feel stuck. I feel stuck. In regards to the Queen of Spring, Queen of Wands, female Leo, Meghan, in regards to her, he feels like she wants to persevere, 9 of Wands. She wants to do these. She wants to have her stake in the family again, 9 of Wands. She wants to persevere, but he thinks it's all about her, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about the individual and the self. Like she wants to persevere, but she wants this for herself. So he sees her as somebody who it seems nice on the surface, which is what I think he allegedly, not fact, told Harry when Harry met her. Like she seems nice on the surface, the magician, you know, like look at me, and like casting almost like this beautiful spell, but she's going to bring about more strife. And so is Harry, because they have enmeshed with each other. They feed each other's energy, 10 of Wands. And so he's trying to make the King of Swords most rational decision, putting his emotions aside, being a Cancer. He's using his emotions intuitively to read the situation, but he's translating it into logic on cause and effect. So at the end of the day, one card, how does William feel about Meghan and Harry coming back to the family and just forgetting about the past, like the previous reading, forgetting about the past? How does he feel about that? It very much causes quite a lot of anxiety for him, keeps him up at night. He has fears. He's focusing on the worst case scenarios with that. And he feels like and it says on this card, worry is growing out of proportion to the problem. Well, I don't personally agree with that, but you get the drift. Like, it's like the worries can be even bigger right now than what happened, because what happened made such an impact on him. So he just he doesn't want this. But that's what I have. So thanks everybody for coming. And yeah, make the deal with the devil. That's a nice analogy, Christine. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, and the Ace of Wands is that narcissistic, very self-centered energy, and especially in a reading with William and how he perceives the situation. That's what I'm picking up. Again, I try to read, and I think I never really articulated it this way on my channel before, but to talk to the audience in general, I'm not just talking to one person, is that I never really explained my style of reading when I'm reading about celebs or royals, but it is very much like I'm trying to read in the first person point of view on what they're feeling. So I'm trying to make it less about what I think and more about what I'm picking up from the cards and tapping into what they're feeling. But thanks for watching. Entertainment only, not fact. Email me if you want private readings, because I have to send you the links and everything. Go to Patreon if you want to see more readings like this about world events, as well as monthly predictions just for you. Patreon.com/Shadow of Crow. And that's it. And my email is naomitarot1199@gmail.com. The information is below my videos. Bye. Thank you.